If you like horror, hit that notification bell, smash that like button, and push that subscribe button now.
What's the boogeyman?
Hello, Sydney.
Welcome to my nightmare. We want the man who did this.
Welcome to Nick Push's Horror Channel.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Nick Push, back talking more Scream tonight. Joined by, it seems as always, Bud from the Shape of Horror podcast. Bud, what's going on, man?
Oh, not much. I'm doing an Oscar Best Picture. I'm watching all of them, and I just watched The Fabelmans tonight, so that I was doing that before we decided to jump on here.
So far, how many have you watched?
I've seen, I think, three.
Three? Okay.
Fabelmans. I've seen Top Gun Maverick, Fabelmans, Elvis, and no, I've seen just those three.
I thought you saw like
Oh
Triangle.
no! Oh yeah. Oh, that's Triangle of Sadness. I watched that. I don't know why that's nominated, but
Okay, real
so
quick.
I've seen
rank
four.
them. Rank them real quick. From best to worst.
In my heart, Top Gun Maverick has already won
Yeah.
Best Picture. But if I'm being intellectually honest, I'd have to put The Fabelmans at the top. Then Top Gun Maverick, Elvis, and then Triangle of Sadness.
Okay.
That's where I have it right now.
Elvis third. I mean, that shows some strength at the top already, you know?
Yeah, I also don't understand why that's nominated either, but I don't know. They just have to nominate 10 movies now. So
Yeah, that's crazy. All right. We're here to talk Scream. This is like our...
yeah.
I feel like this is like the third time it is the third time in the last 8 days we've been live together, you and I. Crazy.
It's Scream.
It is. It's crazy. The trailer came out exactly a week ago today.
2 weeks.
Was it 2 weeks?
I don't know, dude.
No, it was
Maybe
a week
it was
ago,
a
dude.
week.
Was
it a
ago.
week?
Yeah, it feels like a month, doesn't it?
It does.
Like
It does.
Or maybe it was 2 weeks ago. Chat, when the fuck did the trailer come out? Pretend like I know what the hell I'm doing. Because I'm confused now. I think it was a week ago.
I think we've been on the air so many times since it came out that this might be fucking with us.
Yeah, I'm getting confused, man. I'm getting confused between this and Fancy Talk. Getting very confused. But yeah, so it feels like a month, whether it's been a week or two. I think it's only been a week, but feels like a month. Been a lot of theories. We're gonna talk theories today. We're gonna talk characters. I got some quick hitting questions for you that I want to start with in a moment. But where are you at? I know you've made a couple of videos on your channel already. I assume you got some more planned in the next 43 days until this movie comes out.
Yeah, I'm trying to come up with something. But we're going to talk about a lot tonight, a lot of stuff we haven't really delved into. But I'll let you say what we're going to talk about.
Sure,
We're going to
sure.
get into. Yeah, I don't have an idea locked in for the next one yet.
Yeah, me either. I'm just gonna play it as it comes. We got Blake in the chat, Scott in the chat. What's up, guys? Scott says it came out the 19th, which is a week ago. And Blake says, according to me, it came out in June. Yeah, dude, I made a video before the trailer came out where for some reason, instead of saying January 19th, I said June 19th. And I watched it before I posted it. Didn't even click with me. And I post it. And then Blake goes in the comments. He's like, hey, you said June. So I go and I put a pinned post on there because I knew I was going to hear about it from all the comments. So I put a pinned post. I said June. Obviously, I meant January. Sorry, blah, blah, blah. I still just got hammered. I'm like, come on, guys. Have you ever misspoken in your life? But yes.
I mean, it's just easy to mistake. Don't be so hard on yourself. And Blake should cut you a little bit of a break.
Yeah, Blake. Cut me a goddamn break. Blake hasn't eaten in like 5 weeks at this point. He's fasting he said he's on like hour 96 or something. So maybe he's just a little cranky.
I think it might be my fault.
No comment.
No, yeah, yeah.
All right. I got some quick hitting questions for you. I got three of them, bud. And if you're in the chat right now and you want to answer them too, go for it. Bud has no idea what I'm going to ask him. So first question. It's actually going to be fill in the blank here. Okay. Scream
Okay.
6 has the potential to be the best Scream movie since.
Scream 2.
Okay. I would agree. So you don't think it can be better than Scream 2?
It'll be hard to be better than Scream 2, but if they can come up with a good killer and motive as good as Scream 2, yeah, it could. Because, I mean, Mrs. Loomis was probably the best reveal. That's what made it a cut above the rest.
I think she's probably the worst reveal.
What?
Yeah, or one of the worst. Maybe
Hmm.
Rory Culkin, or I guess Roman fucking sucked too. But I hated the Mrs. Loomis reveal. Couldn't stand it.
Okay, maybe okay. Richie's was fucking really good. So maybe I have to amend that. Richie's was up there too,
Yeah,
the way they did his.
yeah. The way they did it was pretty good. That's a good question. Who is the best reveal? Not like the best Ghostface, but like the best reveal. It's got to be Billy, right?
Billy? No,
Jill?
no.
I don't know.
I think it could be Richie.
Yeah.
Richie or Mrs. Loomis. Like you
Why
can't
just
put Roman in there because they kind of cheated a little bit.
yeah,
Got a little lazy, I thought,
yeah,
with that, but he should have totally had a partner. But
yeah. Yeah, I guess the Mrs. Loomis reveal I just find comical because the way Mickey says Billy's mother, I always just found that comical.
let me tell you why it probably hit harder with me when I saw Scream. I saw it in the theater day of release.
Yeah,
I was in the military. I didn't have like internet access, so
hmm,
now that I've read back, Scream 2 actually the whole script leaked before the movie came out, and I think that I was lucky enough to not know really helped it. So
did it leak? Yeah, you're right. Because
yeah, it did leak
originally
because they
her
tried to.
roommate was gonna be involved, right?
Right. So then they did some rewrites, and then they tried to put out a fake script that had I don't know if it had Stu was I don't know,
That's right.
but they tried to put out a fake script to kind of but it ended up not being that big of a deal. In hindsight, though, it
Yeah,
did actually leak.
interesting. Okay. All right. Second question: character in this movie that intrigues you the most, off the top of your head?
Kir- Kirby,
Kirby. Yeah,
yeah,
I agree.
because we find out just all of a sudden she's lived and she's now an FBI agent. Very intriguing what her journey has been from the events of Scream 4 to now. I think that's
Yeah,
pretty intriguing.
yeah. I assume we'll get some kind of, and I'm sure we'll get into it at some point. But I assume we'll get some kind of synopsis or her explaining, she survived and this is the reason she went into, went to Quantico or whatever the hell happened. But
Hmm.
yeah. Okay. All right, last one, and it's probably gonna kind of go into what we're talking about earlier or later, but it's okay. Blank will definitely die in this movie. Do you have a character that you just think is 100% dead?
Chad.
Chad. I was gonna say the same
Hmm.
thing. I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah, I think Chad is toast.
Is it because of the rumors that he's the heart of the movie?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you. Anytime somebody is the heart of a movie, it usually
Yeah.
in a movie like this, it usually means there's going to be a tear jerker or what they hope is a tear jerking death scene. So
It could, yeah, entertainment wizard could be, they could be right. It could be Tara because they may have to pay her for the next one
and can they
if they
pay
do it.
her and Nev?
Well,
Probably not.
The budget on this one was a lot higher than I'd expected. It's $35 million. So
That's a lot.
that's a lot for a Scream movie. It
Yeah.
is.
Blumhouse could have made like 8 Scream movies with that budget and pissed everyone off.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. We want to talk characters tonight. So we don't really have anything planned except for talking characters and whatever you guys want to talk about in the chat. So we're going to get into the characters in a minute, but if you guys have any questions in the chat, you have anything you want us to talk about, please comment, because we're gonna be constantly checking the chat, and it's fun to read what you guys have to say. So yeah. All right, bud. Characters. Should we go through? I got IMDb pulled up. Should we go through the characters and
Yes.
talk about them? Or I know
Now,
you had a bunch of things
I
written
think
down.
IMDb has some of the characters' names wrong.
That's
So
that's absurd.
yeah, I think
Isn't
they have
that
some of the
absurd?
character names wrong. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm pulling it up right now. All right, Sam Carpenter. Anything you? Obviously, God, it's so interesting. Like, technically, she's the final girl of this trilogy so far.
Yeah,
right?
and she's quite a bit older than everybody else.
Yeah.
It seems odd to me that they're going to college and she's there, but I mean, I don't know.
It is a little odd, but essentially these are all everyone's Tara's. They're Tara's age, right? And Sam's a
Right.
few years older. I don't know.
Yeah,
if it's
she's
3 or 4
yeah,
years older, something like that, right?
right. She is older.
So we know in the trailer we saw the scene kind of towards the beginning after the bodega scene where she looks like she's talking to a therapist and talking about
Yes.
she has some darkness, or she has darkness inside of her, which obviously we as the audience knew.
Yeah, we know who's playing her therapist now.
Do we?
It's Henry Czerny. We talked about him. He was what was his name in Mission Impossible? Kittredge.
Okay.
He was kind of the dickhead nemesis of Ethan Hunt. And he's going to be back on in the next one, but he was also Samara Weaving and he were in another movie that the directors of Scream 5, Scream 6. It was kind of their breakout movie. It's called Ready or Not, which you
haven't
definitely
seen it.
need to check out.
Yeah,
It's very good.
I heard
But he's
it's
like
good.
the patriarch. It is very good.
So she's getting married, right? And then is kind of being hunted or hiding
She's
or something, right?
marrying into the family, and they have a tradition where they have to play a game, and it just it's funny. It's like a black comedy, so
Yeah.
it's very enjoyable.
Yeah, I heard good things about it. But we got to back up a second. So her therapist is
Yeah.
a known actor. I mean, that kind of leads me to believe
And-
that there's a reveal there as him being Ghostface or him being related.
Well,
I don't
they're
know.
not. They didn't show him in the trailers at all. So
Yeah.
and
Let-
they didn't really show Jack Champion
No.
in the trailers either. There's
No.
so
There's possibilities.
very
there.
suspect.
Yeah.
Yes, very suspect.
What do you think of Jake Blaster's comment right now? Hello, Jake, by the way.
Randy is alive, and they're gonna pull a John Kreese. Randy is the lead Ghostface. I don't know. I don't know if Jamie Kennedy has it in him
Jamie Kennedy's a
to run around and be a
actor.
Ghostface.
Yeah,
To
he'd be
be
distracting.
run around and be a Ghostface this time. You know. I don't know.
Like I wouldn't put anything past them at this point, but I think Randy's dead. I'd be absolutely blown away if they went that route. I don't see it happening, and it kind of just. What about the tape in Scream 3 then? Things like that.
Well, maybe they could do. So we're going to talk about there's a top secret cameo, which we'll talk about.
Okay.
Maybe they could find another fucking tape that Randy made at Windsor College back in '97. Like, if it's 25 years later, open me.
Oh.
And this is still going on. Open me, and it's another video. I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, it's a fucking horror movie. If people are wanting everyone, I'm scared to even say this name right now. Everyone wants Stu back. I mean, why not bring Randy back, right? But at some point, at some point, guys, dead has to be dead. And I say that excited that Kirby's back, but I don't even like that, to be honest with you. But I can forgive it, and I can still enjoy that.
Yeah.
All right,
They better not bring back Stu. Yeah,
I
I
know.
don't think it's not smart.
No. Let's talk about Tara for a second.
Okay.
I find it curious that, considering Jenna Ortega, as we've talked about ad nauseum, is such, a breakout star now, I find it curious that we don't really know much about her role in this movie, other than the fact that, we've seen the scene with her and Sam in the bodega. We saw the scene of her and Sam, they're kind of like sitting back to back almost while I think that projector is playing. Do we know anything else about Tara's character in this? I don't think so.
She's going to college with her friends. I think pretty simple. And then
Yeah.
Sam's tagging along because maybe to keep a protective watch over her younger sister. I don't know.
Yeah. What's your shirt? Albuquerque what?
Isotopes.
Isotopes. That's what I was gonna say, from The Simpsons.
No, they're a real team.
Are they?
They play in, yeah. They're affiliated with the Colorado Rockies.
Oh, but I think that came from The Simpsons, actually, didn't it?
I don't know. They used to be called. They were in Colorado Springs. They were called the Sky Sox.
Okay.
And they moved to Albuquerque and became the Isotopes. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not even a fan. I don't really give a fuck. I just thought the
It's a
shirt
cool
was
name.
cool.
Yeah. I agree. Allie says if Stu and Randy come back, they better bring back Tatum. Yeah, it's be just as believable, to be honest.
That would be cool if they brought her back.
Dude, Tatum is such a great character.
And a great actress.
Yes.
Resurrect Dewey. Dewey had a twin brother named Louie.
Yeah, dude, for real. For real. Okay. Gail, you think she's... Obviously, we saw a decent chunk of her in the trailer, or at least, possibly her death scene, or at least her confrontation with Ghostface.
So it sounds like Gail has a much bigger role in this movie than she had in Scream 5.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, so I don't know. For her to have a bigger role, she'd pretty much have to be in all the way into the third act, I would imagine.
Well, here's the problem. If they kill her, they can't kill her before. Or let me back up a little bit. The scene where she has the confrontation with Ghostface has to happen after the other scenes we've seen with her in the trailer. Otherwise, we're gonna know that she's around, unless they, are putting things in the trailer that are on the cutting room floor, which is possible. But where she says it's a shrine, that has to happen before her phone call from Ghostface that we saw. So she
I
definitely has to
disagree.
be-
I think it could happen after. Yeah.
But wouldn't that take away the tension? We know that she's going to survive that then, because we haven't seen her say it's a shrine.
Yeah, but maybe that's what gets her involved and lets her know that there's a new killer, and it gets her.
That's true.
I don't know. You're right. If she's attacked by a ghost face, it might not be wise if she survives to be running around in dark, looking for shrines. So I don't know. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
They're doing a great job of.
Yeah. Blake has a good question. He says, all the Scream killers try to frame someone in the end. Will they be successful this time? That'd be kind of cool if they were.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, obviously it depends on the execution.
That would be a nice change of pace to have at least one kind of stay in the shadows and maybe not be revealed. Maybe we only know,
Yeah.
and maybe the characters don't know. That might be a different, a
Right.
fresh.
And
Might
they'd almost
fit
have to...
what they're trying to sell here. Yeah.
Yeah, they'd have to kill whoever they're framing, because otherwise that person would be in jail, saying, it was Sam the whole time or whatever, just not a right
I like
suspicion.
I like the idea, this theory that somebody's trying to manipulate Sam. Knows about her condition.
Uh-huh.
Who could know about that? Maybe her therapist.
Yes.
Trying to maybe manipulate her into, I don't know, joining. I don't know. but trying to manipulate Sam in some way throughout this movie to
I like
cater
that
to
too.
her
Yeah,
homicidal tendencies that Billy gave her as being her father.
yeah, yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That that could be a very interesting way to go. You know, especially you got the scene at the end, which I think, or not at the end, but towards the end of the trailer. You know, where she's holding that
Hmm.
gun. You know, I think you actually made a video about that, right?
Yeah, she's definitely holding Kirby's gun.
Okay. So either
Definitely the same gun.
so either she takes it from
So
Kirby and she's pointing it at Kirby, or Kirby's
or
injured
they're
and
all there. Yeah, there something happens to Kirby but the gun is there. Yeah.
yeah. I like how
But
Entertainment Wizard knew exactly the joke that Jake Blaster was just gonna say.
she,
Well done, Entertainment
Corey
Wizard.
Cunningham. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
All right, so where were we? We're
I
talking
don't
about.
know. I see Jake Blaster enters the chat. I get distracted.
Yeah, Scott. I think Scott's right. The Scream 6 trailer is cut in all different, way out of order. Like,
Oh, absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely, absolutely. And for the most part,
that's
all
why I say
trailers are.
don't be shocked if Gail survives and the rest of that shit is later. Don't
I
be
mean,
shocked.
maybe that's the opening scene, and it's kind of like Terror, where she gets injured or something, and then cut to 2 months later or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, other character. Another one that we don't know much about except for a scene from the teaser and trailer, and that's Mindy. We know she obviously has a confrontation with Ghostface in the subway. But other than that, I think it's kind of just like Tara, where she's there going to college. We know her uncle's Randy, right?
I think Mindy this time around is more troubled. She was like a little, cavalier about all the bullshit in Scream 5. She looks a little more serious this time around.
That's true. Was that her? Dude, I gotta rewatch Scream 5. But was that her in the basement with, I think, was it Amber, where they were saying,
Yes.
yeah, right? Yeah, they were
Yeah.
kind of like, you're right. It wasn't really joking around, but it was more just
Hmm.
not taking the situation as seriously as you think someone would. So yeah, but yeah, she definitely seems like it's gotten to her. She seems worried, which understandably so. But yeah, I'll be interested. I hate to say this because things
Hmm.
change, but I don't know what she really brings to the table besides the fact that she's Randy's niece. You know.
Well, she's kind of setting up the meta, the
That's right. That's right.
comparisons to movies and all that. Yeah.
Requels and all that. I
Yeah.
liked what they
Like
did with that.
she's the rule explainer.
Yes. Okay. Okay. I hope she does something similar then, where she's explaining, you know, what's going on here, as far as, whether it's because they're gonna come up with another word, requel. I hadn't heard until Scream last year, so I'm
Hmm.
sure they'll come up with another word, whether it's whatever. But yeah. All right. Next, Chad. We kind of touched on briefly earlier.
Don't know what like Chad's there. I don't really not much of him in the trailer. So
No, not at all. Not at all. I actually thought he was gonna die. At first I thought he was Ghostface last movie. After they kind of tricked me a little bit, but yeah, we'll see what that means. All right, let's get to your girl Kirby here.
hmm
You got some theories on her that you
yeah,
want to share?
I think she should be at the top of the suspect list. Should be near the top.
You really think they would do that?
Yes, only because of the shrine and
Yeah,
all of the like what it would take to get all that. I think that has to put her up there to get all that evidence, put it all together. Like I think it puts a fucking bullseye on her as a possible
yeah,
killer in this thing.
right.
Like what her motive would be, I don't know. Like it would be some out of the box thinking. And she could be a red herring. Jake's right. She could be.
I mean, we know she knows about horror movies. She was.
It's either someone with law enforcement ties or someone extremely wealthy. And Blake's right. Everyone's a suspect. So Kirby's a suspect.
Yeah, I don't think they have the balls to not have Nev in this movie, and then make
Entertainment
Kirby
Wizard.
the,
Yeah,
go ahead.
heard that.
Kirby got Sydney
Heard that
Sings. Okay.
Kirby. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very possible. You're right because of the shrine. You combine the shrine with her being an FBI agent, with her also, knowing, she essentially in Scream 4 was Randy, so yeah, it's
And I
very
believe
possible.
it's Kirby that has the line that says, "This is no ordinary ghost face." Was it something like that? It might not be exact, but
I don't know. I didn't hear that.
yeah, she says something about ghost face.
Okay. I know she says like we have a certain history or something like that, right?
She says I have a certain history, and then off camera she says, "This is no ordinary ghost face" or some shit.
Okay. All right. Scott's comment kind of segues us into what you were talking about earlier, or what you
Yeah,
briefly
like
mentioned
the
earlier.
mastermind for some reason. I don't know. Maybe she went to Quantico and is obsessed with the human mind. And
No, his next comment where he says he's thinking Nev Campbell has a super secret cameo in this movie.
yeah, we're gonna talk about that someone has a super secret cameo.
Yeah, we're gonna make predictions in a little
Yeah,
bit here
or
on.
go through some possibilities.
Yes. All right, next character we got. Let's see here. We got Kirby. I don't know who these people are. Allison, David, Carly, Gabe, Jack Champion. I like how Samara Weaving on IMDb just doesn't even have a character name. Let's talk Dermot Mulroney. Williams.
Yes.
He is known as.
Williams.
He is obviously a suspect because he's a New York cop. I think he's a detective, probably.
Well, I think he might have some skin in the game in this.
Yeah. So he could be. They made Kincaid kind of suspect-ish in Scream 3, didn't they? Like they.
Yeah, they did.
So Dermot Mulroney, they could do the same thing, or they could play on.
Well, I think it's one of the newer characters aside from him is he might be the father of could be the opening victim. I don't know, but apparently he has a daughter in this. I don't know if it sounds like it's one of the newer characters. I think it's the redhead
Okay.
that they showed where she's kind of startled awake out of bed or something. There's a brief shot of her. She's a redhead. I don't know her name.
Okay.
Quinn, maybe. I think I saw.
Okay. I mean,
But-
so the other thing is, the other thing, with Maroney and even Kirby to an extent, is, if this is a different Ghostface, a Ghostface that, like I said last week, isn't tripping over couches and falling over furniture and shit like that. If this is a different
Well,
type of Ghostface.
we're thinking that. We don't know. We don't know till we see the movie.
True. But it seems like that's the way they're going from what I see. Kirby, in order to be an FBI agent, you have to pass a lot of physical tests. I have a family member who, went through the FBI Academy in Quantico, and I actually went to Quantico and saw them training when I was a kid. And, you got to do a lot of physical shit. You can't, it's not just running a mile in under 10 minutes. So, if this is a Ghostface that's kind of in shape and not doing the same old stupid shit that happens to Ghostface, FBI training could be a factor. Bryson Lloyd, hey Bryson, how's it going? Says Mr. Nick Push Hort Channel. My theory, thanks for the Mister, by the way. My theory on the killers is Tony, Jack, or Josh and the therapist. If they're
Tony
not
Jack.
killed. Tony Jack.
Josh. Who's Josh?
Josh. I'm looking here.
Oh, he plays. Okay, I know who
He
he's
plays.
talking
Yeah, he
about.
plays David.
He plays. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's, I think that's Sam's love interest.
It's Sam. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Sam's love interest. It's very possible.
Were they gonna do that to Sam again? And have her boyfriend be the fucking killer though?
I know, that's why I think it's probably a red herring.
Or is he gonna play the Derek role a la Scream 2 and be
Ooh.
just the red herring?
Yes, maybe that something. I bet you something similar like that happens where she has a reason to doubt him just like Sid had a reason to hesitate and not save Derek or not untie Derek,
And then
right?
Tony, I think, is talking about Tony Revolori, who plays either I think his name's either Jason
Okay.
or I don't know. We don't know for sure. I think it's wrong on IMDb what his
Yeah.
name is. And then
Okay.
Jack Champion, who plays I think Ethan,
Yeah, Jack Champion's
Ethan or Evan.
he's a prime suspect, man.
Yeah, like
Easily.
he's there, like he's there at the shrine with them.
Yes. Yes.
He's with Williams. I don't know what his skin in the game is there.
Yeah.
So I don't,
Yeah.
very interesting that those two guys are there though.
Yeah. And we talked about the therapist earlier, and I agree with you, Bryce, and I think the therapist is going to be involved in it. And now that Bud, you mentioned it, that someone could be kind of manipulating Sam into using her tendencies against her. Maybe it's the therapist. That's
Yeah,
kind of
Allie
pushing her that
says
way.
that Kirby is short, Ghostface is taller. I don't think it's her. Well, who
Maybe
says she
Mrs.
has to
Lou.
be doing the ghost facing? You know?
True. And we're also talking about a franchise that Mrs. Loomis was throwing Randy around a van like she was Hulk Hogan or something. So that's for you, Blake. Hulk Hogan reference. But yeah, anything's possible. I'm definitely in the therapist board right now. So much so that I'm probably gonna make a video
Speaking
tomorrow.
of Hulk Hogan, did you see his boomer moment on Twitter the other day where he tweeted out, "Hey brother, I ran out of toilet paper," and then deleted it.
No.
Like he meant to probably text it to
Oh shit, that's
whoever.
hilarious.
Yeah, he fucking deleted it.
Oh man, I think Blake was telling me he's a big fan of Hogan's sex tape. So
Oh man.
yeah, kidding, Blake. But no, I did not. I did not see that. That's hilarious. I could see my
Yeah.
dad doing something like that.
He was on Monday Night Raw the other night. It's like I think they were fucking with him, like cutting his microphone off or something. God, he's such an old man now.
He is.
He's like almost 70.
That's crazy. I mean, he's our age in the '80s, dude. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right. Any other characters we want to talk about? Samara Weaving. We don't really know much about her at this point.
Yes, Allie, getting some other people to do her dirty work.
Yeah, that is
Like
possible.
maybe one person has learned from all these killers that hey, maybe I don't have to fucking be there
That's true.
committing the murders.
That's true, and that's kind of how, whether you like it or not, that's kind of how Roman started things after.
Well, Tony, aka Jason or whatever his name is, he's looks like he's a movie fanatic
Okay.
more than maybe a true crime fanatic.
Okay.
Maybe a true crime could be an angle of this. That could be as well. That's not something they've really broached as a
No.
motive, like
No.
a true crime type of thing.
No, and if you think about it, in this universe, the other Scream movies would be like true crime, right? Because they really happened.
Yeah.
And then they're collecting all
Yeah,
this stuff.
there could
yeah.
be a true crime. Yeah, there could definitely be a true crime aspect.
Yeah.
Like they just want to fucking be Ghostface. I don't know.
That's very possible actually. The more I think about it, we'll see. Should be interesting,
Thank you, Bryson, for the new thread that we can go down now.
right?
Never occurred to me until just now. And you think of all the evidence in the shrine room,
Yeah,
it could be a true crime angle for this.
yeah. I wouldn't put it past someone in real life to collect shit like that. For
Yeah.
real. All right, want to talk about the super secret cameo?
Yeah. So it's an uncredited cameo.
Okay.
They're saying super secret, but I mean, it could just be something simple like Billy Loomis again. Like, I don't think people should go hunting too hard to try to. It just could be something simple like that.
How shocked were you when Billy showed up in the vision? For
Well,
the
we
first
knew he was
time?
going to be there because someone put an Instagram that he was on set. So
I didn't know that.
yeah, what kind of fucking YouTuber are you if you didn't know that?
Apparently, one that wasn't paying as much attention last year. Man, It's crazy.
Apparently
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we knew that she was gonna be his daughter, but yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it could just be something simple like that.
But if it's not, let's kind of run down the options here if they want to have a cameo. Obviously, my original first thought was going to be, okay, need survivors
Blake,
in all these movies.
can I address Blake?
Yeah.
He's the therapist. He is not the professor. That is, IMDb has a lot of shit wrong. He's definitely a therapist.
Yeah, IMDb, get your shit together, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But my first thought was going to be, if it's a cameo, it's going to have to be someone that is alive, right? But with the thing
Not
they have
necessarily.
yeah,
I mean, they could have Stu Macher's secret love child. That's fucking like God. I hope they don't, but I mean,
God,
they could do
yeah.
something like that. I mean, they could bring Joel, the cameraman, back. Maybe he's
Dude,
with
Joel
Gail.
was such a great character. Maybe he's the guy in the background that gets killed in Gail's apartment. It's Joel.
Yeah, IMDb definitely needs to bring back the message boards.
I forgot about those message boards.
Yeah, it's where the shit went down
Right?
before Twitter and all this stuff.
It did. So first movie, I don't think it'd be anyone from the first movie. I think if there is a cameo, I think they're gonna lean into Scream 2, as we've talked about. So who would be an option from Scream 2? You would have
Joel,
Joel, like you said, right?
the blonde Stu. I don't know.
The blonde Stu.
The blonde Stu in the background, maybe. Rebecca Gayheart.
That's what I was just gonna say. Any of those
the sorority
sorority
chicks.
chicks,
Yeah.
I wish they wouldn't have killed off Cotton Weary, man. I still have a theory.
I
that
know,
This
man.
killer's
That's
gonna
a
have a relation to Cotton Weary.
That would be a full circle, I guess.
It would. The problem is I don't know. I don't know.
I just
about
don't
lining up
understand why
ages
you
and
kill
stuff.
off such a great actor.
I know.
Like he's a great actor.
I know, and I know it was before. What's that show? He's Ray Donovan. But even before that, you could tell he was. I'll be honest. He was acting circles around everyone else in the franchise in Scream 2. You know,
He was.
like he's God. You compare his acting to like Jamie Kennedy's. My God, even Matthew Lillard. I know. Everyone loves him.
Angelina, she was from Scream 3.
Angelina. Oh yeah, that's Randy's sister, right?
No, it was the one that's playing Sydney.
Oh, the one that was playing Sydney in Stab 3, right?
We just
That's
we
right.
just
And
see
Sydney
her
found her with
kind
the
of
mask.
dragged away.
Yeah, Sydney found her with the mask in the
Yeah.
bathroom, right? And she was saying she
Yeah.
was taking. Yeah, maybe she was
And
working.
and,
working
and
with
originally
Roman.
she was written as the accomplice to Roman. So, but they cut that.
I wonder why they cut that.
I don't know.
Seems odd.
I don't know. Maybe leaks.
Yeah. I don't know who else the super secret cameo would be, because it would have to be somebody that makes the fans go, "Oh my God!" You know.
Mark Kincaid. Bryson says Kincaid would be awesome. That would be awesome.
It
What
would
about
be,
Kincaid?
It would be, but gotta think about the actor. Would he do it?
What about him?
Would he do it?
Of course he would.
Would he?
Why wouldn't he?
Isn't he too big for a stupid cameo in a horror movie?
Dude, I haven't seen him in shit since McDreamy got killed off.
That's right.
Nothing. Lance Henriksen was killed by Alien, Predator, Terminator, Ghostface. Damn sure
That's
was.
true, dude. Fucking Lance.
And he was gonna be the fucking fall guy.
That's right.
Like,
That's right. And he raped Maureen Prescott, apparently. You know, he's the reason.
well,
all
Sydney
this
was gonna
started.
be the fall guy, but he was gonna be the motive for Sydney.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Lance Henriksen.
Blake says he's right. He was in Meatballs 3, and what was that other one where he was delivering pizzas and
Yeah,
banging
Can't Buy Me Love.
all the housewives?
Oh,
Yeah.
and something with anchovies, right? If they ordered anchovies, that's a great movie.
Yeah, they wanted anchovies, then
That
they got
means-
the
yeah. Yeah, those late 80s. Oh, that's so
They
good.
they had the hole in the middle of the pizza.
Yeah, yeah. Yes. Careful, Blake's fasting. He's getting hungry for both of those. Um,
Yeah.
uh,
Oh,
but yeah, Scream 4, like we already got Kirby. I don't see anyone else that anyone would care enough about in Scream 4 if anyone else survived. You know, Judy's dead.
I wish they hadn't killed her.
Judy
I
Hicks?
like Judy. I like Judy Hicks.
Man, I don't know. I mean, it's hard. I wasn't a huge fan of her, but I liked her in The Sandlot. So, right? Isn't that her?
Oh yeah,
It's Wendy
Squints.
Peppercorn. Yeah,
Squints hadn't liked her too.
yeah, yeah. I don't know,
Wendy
man.
Pepper.
Wendy Peppercorn. I don't know. We'll see what they do with this cameo.
What's his name? Patrick
Dempsey.
Dempsey.
Yeah,
I need to see what that pizza movie was called.
yeah. I think it was like, wasn't it? I think it had anchovies in the title.
No.
No,
Well, we'll see what IMDb says because we know they can be wrong.
right?
God, he's doing so much shit.
Brandon Wingert says maybe Kirby was a third killer in Scream 4 that got away with it. The only issue with that would be she was stabbed by Charlie. So, unless. But it was just those two in the room, so it's not like they'd be tricking anyone else. But they could always go back and say something.
It was
about
called
that.
it was called Lover Boy. That's what it
Lover
was called.
Boy, that's right. Okay. Okay. What a ridiculous movie. But
Carrie Fisher was in that. Wow.
shut up, really? What
Yeah.
year was it?
1989.
So Carrie Fisher was in that and The Burbs the
Yeah.
same year.
And she was in Scream 3 with
Yes.
Patrick Dempsey. Fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh man, full circle.
Paying $200 for pizza delivery and services render.
$200? Damn.
Yeah.
With inflation, you know what that would be now?
Yeah. And it had. Damn, dude. Kirstie Alley was in it. Yeah.
Oh, R.I.P. That's right, she was in that.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck, man.
Damn. Crazy. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know who else they could bring back for this super secret cameo, but if they do it, I hope it's not a Billy.
We're overthinking.
We may be.
It's Billy.
We may be. I hope it's nobody else in like a dream sequence. I hope it's nobody else that has to be de-aged. I hope it's not some, like I said, some stupid dream sequence like Sydney had with her mother in Scream 3. Those dream sequences were
Or maybe it's
awful.
Sydney's mother.
And maybe,
But what about Hank Loomis?
yeah. We know last we saw him was Scream 3, I believe.
Yeah. Maybe. What about Hank Loomis?
It's possible.
Maybe he sees the shit's all started up again. He's like, not again. Then he comes back and he's like, I gotta fucking put an end to all this bullshit again.
Yeah. Maybe Dermot Mulroney's like his younger brother or something.
Ooh. Maybe.
Maybe. I doubt it. It's a whole lot of maybes. But yeah, I don't know. Bryson Lloyd says, any ideas on who the guy is in Gail's apartment that gets snatched by Ghostface? I think Blake said last week it is Chandler Bing.
Or it could be Patrick Dempsey delivering pizza.
Yeah. She fits the age range, and she was
Maybe
in
that's
Cougars.
Kincaid's.
Yeah.
He's fucking delivering
Or
Gail a
Cougar Town.
pizza.
Yeah, right. She was in Cougar Town, wasn't she?
He's falling on hard times.
Yeah.
Sydney dumped his ass, and he's fucking doing pizza runs.
Right. You think Sid's mentioned in this movie at all?
Oh, well, yeah, obviously. I think what's her name? Melissa, who plays Samantha, mentioned that. Yeah,
Okay.
they do bring her up. Sydney's father. Yeah, no, I thought they said that he died.
Hank Loomis?
Didn't it? No, Sydney's father. Thought they revealed that he died or something.
Isn't Sydney's father Hank Loomis?
No, that's
No, that's
Billy's father.
Yeah, yeah. See, I'm getting all mixed up right now. They said he died. Oh yeah, in
think
Scream
some-
4, you're right. In Scream 4, they did say
Yeah.
that. I think when she's talking to her aunt or Jill's mom, right?
Yeah, Yeah, he
Yeah,
passed away. Yeah.
yeah, that's right. Any other theories you have? Any other things you've been hearing on your front? I know you keep your.
No. Sounds like a lot of this goes down on the same night as the opening kill.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And I assume it's all on Halloween or something,
It's
right?
around Halloween. Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks like.
Okay. Entertainment Wizard
Okay.
says he was supposed to die in Scream 4, but it was changed. Okay.
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 Well, I don't know. He's got to be about 80 years old at this point.
Yeah, you would think he was in his 50s, right? Or at least late 40s in
Maybe. Yeah.
96. So he's pushing
Well,
80.
maybe he's staying at the Hilton in New York City,
Maybe.
like he
Maybe.
was in the first. Remember,
That's right. Was
by
that
the
in New York
airport.
City?
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, I guess we don't know.
It was some big business guy, I guess.
Okay. Well,
Simpsons created the name for the. I guess they
I
did.
was right. I was gonna say I knew it was an old Simpsons episode where Homer was at a stadium or something. Yeah. Okay. Because at first I
But
thought it was like a Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul shirt.
well, they're definitely real. They definitely really play baseball. So
Okay. Okay. Let's talk for a minute about the shrine room.
hmm
You have noticed in your research because you're very intrigued by this from what you've been telling me. You've noticed a few other items that in the last week since the last time we talked live, haven't you?
Uh-huh. Well, I have to go back to my notes now, Nick.
All right,
I'm
get back to your notes. See,
gonna
Bud.
get my notes
See,
out
this is
here.
what makes Bud such a good person to be on a show with. He's got all these notes, and while he's doing that, go give him a sub. I'm gonna put his channel in the chat
Yeah,
right
so
now. Give him a sub.
yeah, apparently all of the ghost face shrouds, I call them shrouds, um, are on the stage. There's one that is encased in glass in the middle. The rest of them aren't. It's thought that Billy's is the one that is encased in the
Why would only
glass.
one be encased in glass?
Well, Billy's the messiah of this whole thing, right?
Yeah, true.
Notebook. Here's the notebook.
Nice
I have
penmanship.
several notebooks. No, it's fucking terrible. It's terrible penmanship. Let me go back. I have all kinds of notes. So yeah, I know that if you look on the far right, you can see uh, Dewey, or no, Stu's garage door panel that crushed um,
That's insane.
Tatum. That's there. The rope, the swing that was in
Casey.
Casey Becker's swinging in the tree in her yard that they hung her up in the tree with. That is there. Um, there are some drawings of like Jennifer Jolie, which played by Parker Posey in Scream 3, like her crime scene, like her. There's some drawings of there's like drawings of the crime scene. So damn, that fucking true crime thing might
Yeah,
have some weight to it here.
yeah.
Yeah, it's college rule paper, yes. Notebooks, yes. But it says college rule composition book.
Okay.
Five five stars.
Dude, I haven't bought a notebook in forever.
I know. I'm old school.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it
Let's
sounds like the shrouds are all the real shrouds that were worn by each killer. Apparently on the base, on the bottom base, there it has all their names. Someone like I can't remember their name on Twitter actually did a lot of research on this. Let me see if I have that. Um, at Why Mercy something. They also have a photo of Williams in the shrine where he's on the phone and he's holding like an old 38 fucking snub nose revolver.
really.
That was yeah. Sydney's LAPD bulletproof vest that she wore in Scream 3 is there.
That's cool.
Um, what else is there? Just a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
man. That's why
Yeah.
it's so intriguing. Who the fuck would be have the resources and to put all this together?
Right.
Maybe a group of crazed true crime people. Maybe.
It's possible, man.
Yeah, I'm starting to come around on that.
I know. It's definitely possible. Is there anything that would really disappoint you in this movie? Like there's so much like that we're going over right now. You know, there's so many things that we're thinking could be or intrigue us, possibilities. You know, would it really disappoint you if we found out this was just Stab merchandise from the Stab movies?
Yes, that would be
Yeah,
very disappointing.
yeah, I agree.
But it's not.
I
I
don't
don't
think it
think
is
it
either. I
is.
don't think it is either.
But I think it is definitely not a stab related. I
Yeah.
don't even know if stab will even be brought up much in this movie.
Yeah, Blake makes a good point
Um,
here. He says the podcasters in Halloween had access to Myers' mask, so it's not impossible someone got their
well,
hands on
they
the
at
Scream
least
stuff.
tried to explain that with Dana and her,
That they had
she
someone in the
paid Lori.
DOJ or something, right?
No, they paid Lori 5 grand for her interview. So apparently Dana's the rich one with all the money,
True.
and maybe they just paid somebody to get that.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, at least they tried to explain it in Halloween. It wasn't just the fucking Attorney General's office, a
Yeah.
friend, they paid for it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, it's certainly fucking intriguing. You know, if we didn't see this shrine room, I would have still enjoyed the trailer, but I'd have a lot less thoughts. You know, I would think that okay, we'd be talking more about New York City and stuff like that, but I just can't stop thinking
Yeah,
about
the
this
Shrine Room
shrine.
brings the mystery is
Yeah,
brings some mystery to it. It's not just going to be like there's going to be some depth and some thought to this motive, hopefully.
yeah. Did I already ask you if you think Gail's gonna die? I can't remember.
I'm kind of on the fence about that now.
I
I
know,
don't know.
I know.
I
I
don't
don't know
know.
either.
I think they try to make it seem like she's going to die, so I'm kind of like,
I know,
maybe not.
I know. I it is possible too that they're getting rid of the legacy characters. You know, they took out one last movie, maybe they take out one this movie, and then they take out Sid in Scream 7. I don't know.
I do think a lot of the Scream 5 characters are going to die.
I hope so.
We'll probably get a surprise death or two, and maybe they want us to think it's Gale, but it's gonna be someone else.
Yeah.
Like maybe one of the sisters. Maybe.
I think if it's any of the sisters, I think it's Tara. I don't think Sam
I
dies.
think it's the other way.
Do you?
They need to get rid of the homicidal maniac.
Yeah, they kind of wrote them. They may have written themselves into a little bit of a corner with that. I mean, remember after Scream 5 ended, everyone was talking about how it's setting Sam up to be the killer next movie. We haven't really heard much about that,
Hmm.
since then. And I don't, it's probably just because we actually have real information now, whether it's Kirby coming back or the Shrine Room or,
Right.
New York
Right.
City. I just feel like it's too obvious to make Sam the killer unless they do what you said earlier and they have someone that's kind of pushing her in that direction, and at the end of the movie or
Hmm.
something she has to make a choice.
Or maybe she's so obsessed with protecting her sister that she's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
And it could be different ghost faces on different track. I don't know, man. There's so much shit that they could be.
I would fucking love to see multiple ghost faces not working together, whether it's the two that have teamed up and there's a rogue one, or it's just two ghost faces or whatever. I do think though that we're gonna get some scenes with people, whether it's people doing some bad shit in a ghost face costume, but it's just people
Hmm.
using Halloween to whether it's to rob stores or anything like that. I mean, obviously now we know that the bodega scene isn't Ghostface going in there to rob the place. He's chasing Tara and Sam are there. So,
Yeah, there's something about the bodega I want to say, but I can't fucking prove it.
oh, the
But I
picture you
saw it.
saw.
The picture I saw that has been scrubbed from the internet. Like I was up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I saw this thing on there, and then like I went to go check it again to get the photo, and it was fucking scrubbed,
And you're sure it wasn't a
and
dream?
it was not a dream. They were holding the same shotgun running, but they didn't have gloves on.
Okay.
The ghost face didn't have gloves on. So you could see something. I'm not going to say what it was, but
Okay. But you
it
saw
could be a
hands.
clue. I saw hands, and that thing is nowhere to be found.
Well, it's New
It's
York,
gone.
so we know we got man hands running around there. You got,
Hmm.
George Costanza's hands. So, yeah.
Just going to say they had something on one of the hands. It's very interesting.
Wedding ring.
A ring of some sign, of some sort.
Okay. Interesting. Jake Blaster says Gail could have access to that stuff. Obviously she's
Yeah, well, we
she's
talked
written
about that.
she's written books on. I mean, again, shit,
Man,
man.
okay. The Seinfeld reference went right
No,
over
it
my
went right
head.
over your head. Okay,
It
okay.
went right over my head. Nah, I just got it.
Yeah, Gail could have access to anything. I mean, she's an author that has she basically started some of this franchise, right, with her questioning Sid's picking out Cotton Weary, and has written many books since then. And I think in Scream 5, she had her like a morning talk show, right? Wasn't Dewey watching her on?
Yeah, she was like on Good Morning New York or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, she has definitely has resources.
Yeah. And
Um,
there is a case with a lot of the books, probably Gale's and maybe some other, like there could be really Bryson, I think you brought it up. There could be a true crime angle. And the
yeah,
more I'm starting to come around,
yeah.
that could be
The
something.
issue with Gail making a turn, if she makes a turn to be evil, is she's got to show some emotion in her face, and Courtney Cox can't do that anymore. You know, right?
Right.
So
She
no,
can't.
she can't. Yeah, I just
Maybe with her eyes.
yeah, right.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I think they most likely go the route of Gail, having, I don't want to say changed, because Gail kind of grew as the series. She's grown as the series progressed, but I think they go the route of having her,
Hmm.
honoring Dewey. You know, I don't know.
Did she write her book, A Man of the Law?
That's right. I forgot about that.
Remember she said she was going to write a book about Dewey? Maybe, yeah,
Yes,
maybe.
maybe,
But still,
maybe.
there could be something about her doing a TV show
Yeah,
with everybody there. Could be something to that.
absolutely.
That scene where Sam and Tara are back to back. There are definitely three killers, one in front of Sam, one on the side. Notice the way she's holding, I would presume, a knife, and one facing Tara.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I mean, I know what you're talking to because I actually just made a video on it where I think it's someone that has some type of ties to their past, whether it's a relative or whatever. Because it just seems
Hmm.
like you'd be showing someone old movies, but I think someone commented that, and they made a good point that it could just be showing events from the first movie, or some Cotton Weary type shit or something like that. So,
What about the photo of Tara where she's
dude, where she's
like
kind of
holding her
holding,
arm up
and
and she's
the
got kind of got that fucking evil look on her face?
very evil
And
look,
then
like
in the trailer you see Samantha falling from the balcony.
yeah. Yeah,
With,
I know. I was intrigued by that image right there. She definitely has like an evil look on her face. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I was just
Scott,
seeing Wednesday Adams there or what.
a little bit. Scott says Courtney Cox did say she quit Botox in the last few years, so
All
that's
right.
good.
Well, then I will start being a little nicer to her because I respect the fact that she quit it. She's sometimes you just got to let yourself age. But if I had all the money in the world, I'd probably be doing the same shit. So,
Yeah. All right.
all right.
What else?
That's all I have. You have anything you wanted to touch on?
No, man, we need to start seeing some TV spots so we can
We do.
try to massage this a little more.
We do. That's why I really like doing these live streams and reading the comments that we get on our videos, because we get a comment like the true crime element, and it just kind of gets my creative juices flowing.
Juices.
Juices, yeah.
Scream 6 comes out in
43,
41,
41 days.
no, 41 days.
Okay.
Like everybody says
Because
the
it's Thursday.
March 10th. This motherfucker comes out on March 9th.
Well, right.
We need to stop
Stop using the
saying
Friday. Yeah. It's not like it used to
yes,
be
it
where.
comes,
Remember back in the day, they always came out on Fridays, and you could only see it on Fridays, and then all of a sudden you could see midnight showings on the Thursday before, and now you can just get any showing on
yeah,
that Thursday
the
night.
Dark Knight Rises, I remember seeing a midnight showing. And then it was sometime after that they started, oh fuck it, we're just gonna release it at 7 o'clock on Thursday night. But yeah, I remember going to see The Dark Knight Rises.
I wasn't a fan
It
of
was
that
at
movie.
midnight. And then I got home and then of that horrible news about the shooting in Aurora. It was, yeah.
Was that The Dark Knight Rises?
Yeah, it was The Dark Knight Rises.
I thought it was just The Dark Knight.
No, it was The Dark Knight Rises.
Okay, you would know.
I would know. It wasn't that fucking long ago.
It's like 10 years ago, right?
2011?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, that's some scary shit.
Yeah, we do need a Super Bowl spot for Scream 6. Very
Yeah,
family friendly.
I agree. I just don't.
Super Bowl
I just
spot.
don't see it. Uh, that's blowing a shit ton of the marketing budget right there. But it would be cool. It would be
Well,
very
there
cool.
definitely haven't been any out yet, so which I find interesting. But I bet they'll start flooding the zone
I,
here before we know it.
I'm sure they will. Halloween Ends flooded the zone a lot with the TV spots out of nowhere. Kills the same thing.
Yeah. No, it was The Dark Knight Rises.
I don't know.
It was The Dark Knight Rises.
I don't know. Allie agrees with me, so I think I might. Believe myself again. Bryson Lloyd says, "I think Tara's smirking like, I got you, Sam. You live on. I'll bite the bullet, so to speak." And she posts Tara, and she either pushes or kicks Sam
So
off.
but she's like, I'm Stu's daughter, bitch. No. It was Rises. I know I'm right.
Okay.
July
Okay.
20th,
I'm wrong.
2012. Dark Knight Rises, July 21st, 2012.
I'm wrong
20.
again.
Yeah.
I know. Dude, I gotta stop putting all these videos out because I'm wrong so much. They're just gonna live on forever
You
here.
just need to listen to old Bud.
Oh man. Allie says the one that Heath died, but Heath died
Yeah,
in the
that
Dark
was
Knight.
yeah, that was before The Dark Knight came
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Okay. All right, man. Anything else you got? Otherwise, I'm ready to call it an evening.
I don't have anything else. Anybody in the chat? What am I doing? Like I'm watching myself on the stream and I'm like moving around like an idiot.
Who cares?
I need to
Who
work on
cares?
my presentation.
Who cares? That nobody cares. We're here to talk Scream, not critique each other. My posture is always horrible anyway.
You barely moved, dude. I'm like moving all over like a fucking worm, dude.
That's just my personality. I'm just very even keeled. Hence my monotone voice,
Yeah.
But all right, I'm kind of overtired apparently because I'm making fun of myself a little too much. But Bud, obviously, as usual, thanks for coming on. Make sure you guys go and check out Bud's channel, the Shape of Horror podcast. I will be on there shortly at some point. Hopefully, he'll invite me back. Actually, I think I'll be
Well,
on in like
we're
10
doing
days.
we're doing 90s songs.
Yes. What day is that? It's the February.
February 8th. February 8th.
Yeah, February 8th. Anyone that knows, we have a podcast along with Jake Blaster, our resident Halloween Ends obsessed.
Jake has big things coming up soon.
He does. He's got big things on his channel coming up soon. A lot of fun stuff that really involves the audience. I don't want to say it. I'd rather have it come from the horse's mouth, but I encourage you guys to go check out Jake Blaster's channel right now. He's got a short out that
Yeah, go check
kinda
out his
starts
new short.
explaining it. And it's very interactive and very fun for the audience. And it's very exciting to see that Jake Blaster will be back again. So, and we're excited he's going to be with us on Fancy Talk moving forward again as well.
Quickly, Bryson, we're not going to leave you hanging. We'll talk about the ladder scene.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that on the next one.
Yeah. We're making a list for the next Scream stream, whether it's next week or the week after, but it will be soon. Might be over on Bud's channel. We'll see. But so if you're not subscribed to Bud's channel, make sure you go over there and subscribe to it. It's the Shape of Horror podcast. It is linked in the description of this video.
Yeah.
So, Bud, thanks for being on.
Thanks for
Everyone in
having
the
me.
chat. Appreciate you guys as always.